get married.
Okay, Jason?
All right. So let me roast these guys a little bit. I think, I've been playing this up all day with Eric, talking about different things he was going to have to wear, and, half of the deal with the toast is the anticipation of leading up to it. So, let's get started. So a few weeks ago, Sandy sent me an email, and where's Sandy?
Right here.
Sandy sent me an email and asked me to say a few words tonight. And specifically, she was asking me to dig a whole lot of dirt on Eric and tell some good stories tonight. So naturally, I like that idea. I'm all about that.
You aren't allowed to talk down at the end there either tonight.
We got some over here.
Or you guys either.
So, I like that idea. I like to pick on the little brother as much as the next big brother. However, as I was thinking about this, for us, it's our end of our sales year right now, and so I've been really busy, and I carved out some time a couple days ago to think about this toast. And as I sat down and started thinking about the stories I knew, I had an epiphany.
Oh, what a good word.
You want to break it down for some people in the crowd here?
I'm going to break it down right now.
Monosyllables.
Most of the stories I know about Eric would actually implicate guests at tonight's party. Him in particular. And I felt showing up to the hostess's house and roasting her daughter would be very poor taste. So unfortunately, most of the material I have is going to have to stay inside the circle of trust for tonight and not be discussed. I will, however, throw one grenade out on the table. I can't leave Michigan without throwing a grenade out. Just about every story I know about these guys involves skinny dipping and something they call naked midnight. Now, I'm not really sure what naked midnight is involved.
You missed out, man. You were too old.
I was too old. But I do know this. These guys have just about every Tri-Cities, Barry of Water, and Family Doc on their skinny dipping resume. I also had another epiphany as I was thinking about this toast, and that's an ancillary benefit of being a part of the Big Brother Club. See, I'm already married, and Eric has already had his 5 minutes in the spotlight to roast me at my own wedding, which he certainly took advantage of. I can still remember.
That was nice.
Well, I can still remember the little pencil neck up there telling all of his hilarious stories. Well, ever since that night, I've been hunkered down in my cave. It's been 11 years, plotting my revenge. Knowing I can say and do whatever the hell I want tonight, and there will be no fear of a rebuttal toast. So here we go. First, I can't believe my little brother, he's 8 years younger than me, is actually getting married. And I actually don't mean this in a sappy, sentimental way. For those of you who know Eric, you know he is an enormous procrastinator. I mean, I feel like these guys have been getting engaged for years. I mean, at the very end, it was very quick at the very end, but they've been getting engaged for years. First, there was what seemed to be like 8 or 9 years of living and dating and living in sin. Now, Eric's lucky that I blazed a very wide trail, so he got away with it. Then there were at least 2, if not 3, threats of maybe this New Year's Eve. Then, after nearly 3 months of planning what he was going to wear, he finally popped the question last summer at the Grand Hotel. Luckily for Eric, Mandy actually said yes. Now, I actually have a picture here. I was actually in Eric and Mandy's loft in San Francisco a couple weeks ago, and I actually lifted this picture of Eric on proposal night. He had this picture up on his own refrigerator. Nice seat, Jason. Yeah.
I only wear seersucker. Seersucker exclusively.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
This is the Grand Hotel. You've probably been there. He matched the Grand Hotel. So I actually give him a little credit for that. Looking very sweet.
And the picture to the
Dad, that looks like one of your
there.
suits.
Yeah.
I was just fitting the dress code.
Yeah. So that's what his months of preparation looked like. the interesting thing too is he's proving to be quite a little groomzilla. For those of you who don't know what a groomzilla is, it's a groom who acts like the bride. Completely obsessing over every detail of the wedding. From the rings, to the reception menu, to the invitations. He's certainly done this and proven to be quite the little groomzilla. I think the only thing he hasn't obsessed about is the actual ceremony of who's going to marry him and where it's going to be.
As we all know.
It's clear to me, it is clear to me that this guy has been dreaming about and planning his wedding since he was 10 years old. Now, everyone in this room, except for Eric and Mandy, knows that marriage isn't easy. You also know that in the best of marriages, the partners complement and complete each other. So as you might imagine, it takes a special kind of bride to put up with a groomzilla like Eric. Now, other than Eric, I know Mandy better than anyone here tonight, so let me tell you a little bit more about Mandy. It's going to be gentle. It's not going to hurt at all. Mandy comes from a nice family, and she has great parents and a great sister. I've met them and can personally attest to that. Mandy is smart and career-oriented, but she's very balanced. Mandy loves to have fun in life and lives a carefree life, but she's also very disciplined when it matters. Now, discipline is an important thing.
Especially if you're married to Eric.
Discipline is a perfect example of something that will complement Eric.
As
Eric,
an antithesis?
Yeah, Eric's the kind of guy where the check is always getting lost in the mail. I picture the dead letter office as having this enormous bag of mail at his desk.
That's rescuing from me.
A perfect example of this is right after Eric moved to San Francisco, and he failed to pay any and all of his parking tickets, and the city of San Francisco actually repossessed his car in the middle of the night.
Yes.
Now let me tell you this, that'll never happen in a Mandy-run household. So enough about Eric, let's get back to Mandy. Mandy's easygoing, but knows when to put her foot down when it's important. And one of my favorite things about Mandy is she's also a big sister and understands the art of picking on a younger sibling. And Mandy regularly joins me in ganging up on Eric. In fact, she's the one who actually snuck me this poster of the groomzilla.
Tell her how to do it.
You put the rope around your neck, I get that. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Mandy is the antithesis of Eric. Eric's also a great person and my best friend. I'm just saying that she's a perfect complement to the little groomzilla. I know this from watching them enjoy the many common pursuits they've enjoyed over what seems like now a 10 to 12-year engagement. So to the both of you, your long road, what now seems like probably 15 years, to the wedding day is almost before us. I thank you for making it so entertaining for me and Holly to both watch. We've certainly both been living vicariously. All kidding aside, Eric, I'm proud of you for finally getting off the dime and making such a sound decision to propose to Mandy. And Mandy, I'm extremely happy you've decided to join our family. I wish you both many years of happiness. Cheers.
Cheers. Here.
Nice job. Great job.
I know, I was looking down.
I know, I can't. Now it's off. Why did it go off?
You can get a little closer, you know.
Oh, God.
We'll have this on me.